Good evening, everybody. This is Byron Belka, the CEO and President of Rain International. I'm thrilled to be here tonight. As I was getting on this webinar, I saw that there was almost 500 people that had registered for this webinar. And so thank you for taking the time to learn more about who we are and why we're so excited about Rain and what is really taking place all over the world. And over the next couple of minutes, as we spend this time together, I really want to break it down and give you an overview of really what's taken place. Not go too deep into everything, but to give you an overview so that you can see from maybe a 10,000-foot view what's taken place here at Rain. Now, if you want to understand who we are and where we're going, you need to understand a little bit about where we've been. And I mentioned my name's Byron. I've been in this industry full-time of networking since I was 26. I'm 39 years old now, and I've fallen in love with the industry. Networking done wrong is your worst nightmare. But if it's done right, it changes lives and impacts you in a way that you can't even imagine, and that's what's happened to me. I joined my first networking company full-time years ago, moved overseas, hit the top level of my first network marketing company when I was 28, and it really was a life-changing experience, seeing people be impacted in a way that otherwise I wouldn't have been able to impact them. But I was still looking for something that could help the masses in a way that up to that point I wasn't able to do that. Even though I had seen success at a young age, I was looking for something that I could help even more and more people be able to change their lives, improve their situations, take care of people that they cared about, and give true nutrition to the world. And so when I heard about Rain for the first time, I want you to know the first time I heard about Rain, I was a distributor, and I joined this as a distributor. I'm the CEO and the founder now, and I'll explain a little bit about how that happened in my story. But there's a couple of things that caught my attention right off the bat. Now, there's a lot of products in the marketplace. There's a lot of great things in the marketplace, but there's so much noise. How do you know what a real product and a real opportunity really is? And so as I talk about some of these facts and figures tonight, I want to share these facts because everybody's going to tell you that what they have is the best. Everybody's going to tell you that they're the next best thing. But facts and figures in history, you can go back and you can validate that yourself, and you can see that this is not Byron's opinion or not anybody else's opinion, whoever invited you on this webinar, but these are literally facts. This is history in the making. And so with all the different products that are out there, it's hard to know. It's easy to be confused on which direction we should go and really what's going to make a big impact and help people. And so when I heard about Rain for the first time, one of the things that they said that caught my attention was that they were the first company to focus on where all nutrition came from. Everything starts with the seed. Now I want you to think about that. Before it was a bush or a plant or a fruit or an herb or any of these things, what was it? It was the seed. And that made a lot of sense to me because everybody that has been around this space knows that there's all these stories about things that are found at the top of a mountain or at the bottom of an ocean or on the dark side of the moon. And you got to be able to wrap your head around, do I really believe that science? Is this something that's just new and exciting, or is it mystical and is it real? And when somebody told me that it all started with the seed, guys, I'm not a scientist and I'm not a doctor, but that just made sense to me and that resonated with me. And I thought, if that makes sense to me, I know that that's going to make sense to people that I share this with all around the world. And learning more about seeds and how they're naturally concentrated, and there's 20 to 30 times more active ingredients in a seed gram for gram than any other part of a fruit or vegetable. It wasn't messed around with. It's exactly what the world's asking for right now. And knowing history and knowing this marketplace and knowing what's out there, you can really truly see that this is not just another product. You see, everything falls into two categories in this industry. You're either a category enhancer, which means you take something that exists and you enhance it, you make it better. That's 99% of the companies, and that's innovation, that's moving forward, that's progressing. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's another category that's better, and this doesn't happen very often. This is a category of a category creating company. A company that goes out and takes a new category to the world, not an enhanced product, but entire category. Now, in history, there have been a few companies that have done this already. Some of the first networking companies to focus on herbs, 30, 40 years ago. What happened to them? Now, notice if I say, let's talk about herbs, what could you say? You could say, which one? Because it's not a product. It's a category. That's the difference. If I said, let's talk about, super juices, you could say, which one? If I said, let's talk about essential oils, you could say, which one? Because those aren't products. Those are categories. That's how you know. But if you look at each of these categories, something happened to the first companies that took them to the world every single time. History tends to repeat itself, whether it was herbs or pills and capsules or essential oils or super juices, something happened, and that is the first ones that took the category to the world, they did billions of dollars in sales. They created thousands and thousands of millionaires from normal people just like me. I'm a normal guy. Okay, I'm the oldest of 6 kids. I grew up outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. I don't think that I'm anything special. All I think that I have is a little drive. I felt like opportunity has been put in front of me, and one, I recognize it as an opportunity, and two, I did something about it. How many of us are out there, working and just waiting for that opportunity? Well, it had arrived for me, and ever since I've fallen in love with this industry, and I've been looking for something that can truly help the masses. Now, why am I talking about categories? Why am I talking about either being an enhanced company or a category creating company? Well, because if I say, let's talk about seeds, what can you say? You could say, which one? Because it's not a product. It's a category. And historically, as I've already mentioned, those companies that can take a new thing and a new category to the world, amazing things happen. But what really excites me is this is the biggest category in nutrition there has ever been. Why do I say that? Well, if you look at all the previous categories that have ever come out, before it was an herb, what was it? It was a seed. Before it was a super juice or an essential oil or a lot of the things you're going to find in pills and capsules, what was it? It was a seed. So this category of seed nutrition, getting it from the source, encompasses all the categories that have come before it. So in my personal opinion, it's going to be bigger. And so you might think I'm crazy, but I believe that we're going to do billions of dollars in sales. We're going to create thousands and thousands of millionaires, and we're going to help millions of people getting them dense, concentrated nutrients from nature, not messed around with. And we have another thing on our side. When I saw this opportunity for the first time, that these other categories didn't have. And that was, people didn't know about it. You had to go out there and educate them. I mean, think about it. Years ago, when people were talking about herbs, they seemed a little bit odd, because that wasn't mainstream. When people were talking about essential oils 20, 30 years ago, it was a little odd, not as mainstream as it is today. But what is the world wanting today? They're wanting whole food. They're wanting all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, vegan. What am I explaining? I'm explaining seeds. People are already wanting what we have. We don't have to go out there and convince them on why this category is going to be huge. It's what the world is asking for. And it continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger as a demand every single year. And so you got to look at these market trends. You got to look at, what do you have? Do you have an enhanced product, or do you have a category? Because the difference is, being in this industry, living in Utah where there's so many networking companies and direct sales companies, we see a lot of things. And I'm sure a lot of you on this webinar tonight have seen a lot of things. And one of the things that I see is it does not matter how good your product is today. You're going to have to reinvent yourself every 3 to 5 years. You're going to have to. You can't be a one-hit wonder forever. So what are you going to do next? Now, there's an unseen thing in this industry if you've ever built before. Like I said, I've been a builder. We have a lot of people that have built organizations all over the world. And one of the things that we create is we create a culture in the company, in our teams and organizations, as we're out there helping and teaching and training and duplicating with our teams. There's a culture that's built. And it's an unseen thing, and you have to protect it. And if you tell everybody you're about one thing, and you do something else, if you're about certain superfruits and you do something that has nothing to do with superfruits, you weaken your culture. You weaken your core. And the benefit of having a category is, as I explained some of the amazingly powerful products that we have already in the marketplace, it's just the beginning. What can we do with seeds? How many amazing things that are out there? How much new science is coming out all the time focused on seed nutrition? That's where people are going. They're going to the source. Because the genesis of where it all starts is the seed. That's the power of being a category creating company. And here at Rain, we're a category creator. That's exactly what we're doing with seeds. Now, if you look at what's going on in the world today, I mean, I could ask you, I know you can't respond, but if I was in a room and people could respond, I could ask you to think of any chronic illness, any sickness that you can possibly think of. Just put it in your mind right now. Now, I want you to ask this question to yourself. Are there more people today dealing with it now than ever before? And pretty much across the board, it's always yes. We are more sick today than we have ever been. And inflammation, the bad oils that we're getting into our brain, our skin, the lack of nutrition that we're getting, that we're not getting from our foods anymore, is becoming a health crisis around the world. And so the beautiful thing about going to the seed using the source is this is not messed around with. It's naturally concentrated. It's giving you a buffet of different nutrients so your body can pick and choose what it wants. There's hundreds of chemical compounds in seeds. We're not talking about just adding this or just adding that. We use the entire thing. And when you look, I mean, who do you know that's dealing with inflammation or pain? And most of us, even if we don't have pain, we have inflammation in our body. And most of the studies that are coming out right now are showing that inflammation is a precursor to what? Just about everything negative. We got to get it under control in our bodies. Your brain is 60% fat. Your cell membranes are 55% fat. Your skin is 55% fat. We need fat. The problem is we're not getting the right kinds. We're getting processed. We're getting trans fats. We're getting oils, petroleum oil. Petroleum oil. Oil is not meant to be absorbed by our body. We're not supposed to eat oil. But yet, we do all the time. And we need to be able to make sure that we're getting those healthy fats that we can get, not just from animals, but where do the animals get it? How about, once again, going to the source? We go to the seed. Because if you know anything about omegas, omega-3s that you can get from fish oil, and one of the sources that you get those from is an animal. Okay, but there's a better way. What if you can get it from where they got it from? Because omega-3 is anti-inflammatory. It can help fight inflammation. But you also have other problems. If an animal has already altered that chemical compound, then your body can only do so much with it. There's new studies and research coming out called Parrot Essential Oils, is one book that was written, and it talks about going to the source. How about you get it where the animal got it from, where your body can do more with it? Now, we get omega-6s from where? Animal fats. And animal fats cause inflammation in the body. They don't fight it, they cause it. But you know what? Omega-6s from seed don't cause inflammation. So why am I saying this? Is because inherently going to the seeds, we're going to get these healthy, essential fatty acids that our bodies need every single day. And the only way that you can get rid of bad oils in your body, you can't drink more water to get them out. You can't take more antioxidants to get them out. You have to clean oil with oil. Just like if you went to the gym and you got in the shower and you took a shower, if you didn't use soap, would you really feel 100% clean? No. What do you need? You need an oil soap to clean the oil off of your body. The same thing inside your body and in your cells and in your brain. We need these healthy fats. And so that's another huge benefit that you can get from seeds. Now let me tell you a little bit about some of our products. Now right now we have 3 main products. In some of our markets we have 1 or 2 if we're just newer in those markets. But right now in the United States we have Core, Soul, and Form, and they all do specific things. We have Core that helps cleanse the body, that focuses on your hormones, because a majority of your hormones come from your liver. It focuses on your liver, your kidneys, your blood, the core nutrients that your body needs. And then once your body can absorb nutrients better and has been cleansed, and you continually need these core nutrients, then you can replenish it. You can give yourself those essential fatty acids. Make sure that your body has the antioxidants to protect your cells and your DNA from all the free radicals and all the negative things that we're exposed to on a daily basis. We can make sure that not only can we fight inflammation, but we can give our bodies the nutrients to go and repair and replenish. That's what soul is all about. And then we cannot build tissue. You can't create new skin. You can't do any of that without branch-chain amino acids. You need proteins and branch-chain amino acids. And our seed-based form or protein is powerful in that regard. And that's why we're seeing so many amazing results all around the world, and we continue to grow month after month after month after month as our products work. Now, I told you that I started as a distributor, and I went overseas and I started to share this with people that I cared about. And what I experienced shocked me, and that was in the first 3 to 4 months. Not only were we doing $350,000 to $400,000 a month in sales in just my team and organization, but in those 3 to 4 months, I saw more positive experiences and more testimonials than I did the previous years combined and all the other things and nutritional products I had dealt with. And I knew at that point that what we had was special. What we had was unique. It just doesn't happen like this all the time, because I've been dealing with nutritional products for some time. But what I didn't know, even though the product was amazing and the timing was amazing and it was a category, what I didn't know is at that point the company was being wound down and they were dissolving the company. The owners at that time were shutting the company down. I thought I was going to nail this thing out of the park, and they're behind the scenes shutting everything down. Now, when I found out about that, I was pretty upset and pretty frustrated, and I think that everybody can probably relate. I'm sure you've done something in life before where you did your part, and you worked hard, and you did what you were supposed to do. It wasn't free for me to go fly over the other ends of the world. You know, these were people that trusted me. These were people that were committed, and some of them had sacrificed to join and be a part of this, and yet then they were going to be let down. Now, have you ever been let down before? Now, when you're let down, you have a couple of choices. What are you going to do about it? You can either say, well, that wasn't my fault, and I really can't do much about it. Or if you really believe in it, you can do whatever it takes to make sure that it still pushes forward. Now, I had no idea how to go raise millions of dollars. I didn't know how. I'd never done it before. I had money, but I didn't have enough. I didn't know exactly what we were going to do, but you know what we did? We did what it took. And we went out there and purchased the assets of this company, and the distributors took over. So this is a company that is built for distributors, by distributors, for real. This was too good. Seeds were too good. The benefits people were getting were too good. The opportunity was too big. There's no way we could let this disappear. That's why, even though we didn't have all the answers, then this happened back in November 11, 2011. I'll always remember when we officially took over was 11/11/11. And the only thing that's happened ever since is growth. So when I'm on this webinar tonight talking to you, I want you to understand that you could say, okay, yeah, you're the CEO, you're the founder of Rain. You say these things probably because you make a lot of money, you get paid well to say them. But it's actually reverse. We paid a lot of money to say these things and to share these things, because we believe in it, we're passionate about it, and we put our money where our mouth is. And that's why I know we're going to succeed, because everybody on the corporate staff compared with everybody in the field, we are committed because we are convinced seed nutrition is the answer. We've seen it. We've seen too many things happen. And each of our products focus and can help in different ways. And tonight, as I mentioned, I'm not really going to go into too much detail on each of the products, because that's not what tonight is for. Tonight is to give you that overview. But what I do want to do is just give you a couple points about Soul, because this is the product we started with, and we basically did over $100 million in sales with Soul before we really introduced anything else. Now, when you do $100 million in sales in any product, and this we had one, you do it for one reason, and that is because it flat out is helping people and works. So what's in this product? The black cumin seed. This is a seed that has been used for thousands of years. It's mentioned in the Old Testament of the Bible. It's mentioned in or they found it in Pharaoh's tombs. Muhammad said that it can cure everything but death. So they've been using it for thousands of years, and we're validating today why that was the case. This is a powerful, powerful seed when it comes to anti-inflammation, when it comes to essential fatty acids, and so many other things. There's 6 patents on this black cumin seed already in the world, 5 in the U.S. and 1 in the U.K. And every single patent is on a different issue, which blows my mind, because usually when you find something that's good and patentable in one area, people do variations of the same patent, that give you a similar outcome. And the patents that are on this right now, they all are based on something different. Another thing that we've learned with the black cumin seed is it's a magnifier. It magnifies and intensifies the effectiveness of whatever you mix it with. So as we mix it with all these other things that are in this product, it takes their benefits and just increases them. So the black raspberry seed is really, really good for blood sugar maintenance, for blood distribution through tissue, powerful antioxidant profile, good for the firming of skin, just to name a few. And you mix it with the black cumin seed and it intensifies its effectiveness. Chardonnay grape seed has one of the highest antioxidant profiles in the seed world that you can find. Chardonnay grape is a powerful antioxidant. Another thing that it does for the body is it helps the body repair itself after it's been inflamed. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch that we have with this product. We give your body something to help with inflammation, and we also give it ingredients to help your body do what it does best. Now, I'm not here on this webinar to make any claims. We do not diagnose, prescribe, treat, or cure any disease. But you know what we do? We give the body the nutrients it needs so that it can do what it does best. There's no miracle product. It doesn't exist. The body is the miracle. And if you give your body what it needs, it can do what it needs to do and take care of itself. We also have D-ribose in here. When you hear that word sugar, just like sometimes when you hear the word fat, you think, oh, negative. Okay, well, you need certain fats. You need certain energies. D-ribose is 5 carbons. It does not spike your blood sugar level. This is something that your heart loves, your brain loves, your body makes it. So it takes a carbohydrate of 6 carbons, breaks it down to 5 carbons to turn into ATP utilized for energy. As we get older, our bodies don't make as much as quick. I mean, you see a little kid that has tons of energy, runs out, falls asleep on the stairs, and then wakes up, has energy again. That's a cellular energy. This is an instant energy, not a stimulant. So athletes love it for endurance. It's a powerful, powerful product. Okay, and just some third-party studies on this, and this is on our product, not on ingredients in the product, on our product. That 1 packet of Sol is 8,990. So two packets is 17,980 that you're going to get if you take 2 sachets of Sol a day. Now, what does that number mean? Well, the USDA says if you take the recommended daily amount of fruits and vegetables, 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, 2 to 3 servings of healthy fats, you should get about 7,300. 1 pouch, 1 packet, 2 ounces gives you 8,990. It's higher than that. That's the power of seed nutrition. Okay, we did an assay and did a study on inflammation because of what we were seeing, and what we found was that Sol lowered the inflammation in the body by 33% with no toxicity, which means no side effect. So if you need to take 2, take 2. If you need to take 5, take 5. There's other things that you could take on a daily basis to lower inflammation, but they could hurt your stomach and your kidney and your liver and all those. This is a food. We're talking seeds here. We also, since we saw this ORAC score, which is a 5.0 score, now what that means is there's multiple families of free radicals in your body, and they need different antioxidants to fight them to protect you and your cells and your DNA. So what this study did is it didn't even show you just the score, but we broke it down and said, are you covered in all the areas? And the answer is yes. That's why it's a 5.0 score. So because of the array of the nutrients that are in seeds, you have antioxidants to protect you from all the different types of radicals in the body. Now, as we move on to this next study that we did, because of the antioxidant benefits and the cell protection that you can get, we wanted to do an anti-aging study. And so we found that soul lowers, or actually extends, the life of the average cell in the body by 62%. Now, your cells replicate and die and replicate and die, and through that process the DNA gets damaged. It's called aging, and we slowly age. Our DNA is not as perfect today as it was 5 years ago. So if you don't need to replicate cells as often, you're slowing down the aging process. You're doing that. And Brunswick Labs was the one who did these studies. And what I love about this is, since Brunswick Labs is kind of known as the company to go to get your ORAC score, your antioxidant rating, or have some of these studies done, a lot of people go to them. So out of every product they've ever tested, Soul tested 2.5 times higher than any product they've ever tested when it comes to the reduction of free radical or antioxidant profile and benefits there. So Core is just as impressive. In fact, there's some studies that we're continually doing on this. But if you take 2 fluid ounces of Core, it's 8 times the protective power of the top fruits and vegetables that you can get. These are your dense greens, your dense nutrients. You can see that the antioxidant profile on this is enormous as well. We saw a 60%, 7% reduction in pro-inflammatory properties. And there's some studies that are done in Europe that talk about certain thing called PACs that are in fruits and vegetables that protect heart health. And we saw huge benefits from that as well that we're not even seeing on this slide. There's so many ongoing studies and things we're learning about these products that just continue to impress. That's the power, like I said, when we're talking about pure nutrition and dense nutrition. Now, when I wanted to go take this company over, I didn't want just people that wanted to give me money. I know that if you want to see success, you need to have the right people. You need to have the right partnerships, because just like I had experienced, I did my part, but the people that were running the show didn't do theirs. And it's very frustrating. There's a lot of people that are counting on us to do it and get it right. And so what I did is I went out, and as you can see some of the executives that we have, I went out and got one of the owners, and is Casey Whitaker. He's the COO of Rain International right now. But what Casey brings to the table is he is also a part owner of a back office software company called Orb6, who does our software. They've launched over 40 network marketing companies on their platform, so they've seen a lot of things. If you want to control your future, you need to control your information, your data, and your back office. Because if that's outside of your control, I've seen so many companies go down because their back office couldn't hold them, couldn't do it right. And they had a lot of problems that way. Another thing that you need to be in control of is you need to be in control of your manufacturing. Now, we here at Rain, have a unique situation with the manufacturer, strategic situation, so that we can control the quality of our product. Okay, if you can't control your manufacturing, you can't control your future. At Rain, we control that, which is huge, because these are things that we've seen in the industry that hurt companies and stop them from progressing, even if you're doing your part. We have Mr. Jay Noland, who is the CSO of Rain, and our master trainer. Now, if you know anything about Jay, he's a legend in the industry. This is not a sales business, guys. This is a teaching and training business. We educate people on products, on nutrition, on systems of duplication. And Jay is a master of duplication and training and systems. And putting those things in place is another key component for us to go see long-term success. Our goal is to create a legacy company that can benefit not only you and not only the people we get on these products, but so many people in the future for decades. That's the goal. Daniel Scarpino, who is our CMO, this is kind of our marketing genius. This is a guy that's done everything from network television to movies, and he's here at Rain because he's passionate about what we're doing. And so if you look at the website and you look at our marketing and branding and our package or anything, it has to do with Daniel. Everything we do is in-house. So we are controlling our future. We also have investors, Paul Hickey and David Dame. Now, Paul is an investment banker, and David is a fund manager who manages about $1 billion fund. Now, these are guys, I consider them smart money, which means they're not going to give you money just because they like you. They're going to give you money if it makes sense. And it made sense. When they saw what we were doing at Rain and heard what was going on, they put their own personal money into Rain. They didn't take, an investment banker usually takes an opportunity in somebody else's money and puts them together. But when Paul saw this, he put his own money. David manages a fund, but when he saw this, he put his own money. And these guys understand what a real opportunity is, and they put their money here. So I want you to feel comfortable and confident. If you're investing your time here, it's going to be a place well spent, because we are putting things together, and we have a team and so many other people that are supporting everybody here at corporate all around the world to help us get this message out and get seed nutrition into people's hands so that it can make a difference in their lives. All right? So if you look at the manufacturing facility, we have all the different certifications, from GMP certification to halal certification, cold pressed. This is GMO free. All these different, it's a pharmaceutical grade manufacturing facility for nutraceuticals. That is where our products are developed. So you can be ensured that the quality is there and will always be there. Now, if we're just going out there and we're going to the world, the key is to make a difference. When we started this company, one of the reasons we started this is because we wanted to leave the world a better place than we found it. And I've always been a believer that if you can give somebody something of greater value than you ask for in return, that success will be attracted to you. You know, money will be attracted to you. Success will be attracted to you if you're builders. And what I mean, you're building people up. You're not taking. There's enough people in the world that are takers. We want to find those people that are committed to making a difference, and that's why we started our Seeds for Change Foundation right at the beginning, because that's who we are. And how this foundation works is every time we go out there and build, somebody outside of Rain, has nothing to do with this and has nothing to do with us, is going to have their life blessed. We want their life blessed because they came in contact with Rain. So our Seeds for Change Foundation was started for that purpose. So anytime somebody joins us and joins our cause, becomes a distributor, we plant a tree. So we planted well over 50,000 trees the last year or so for all the people that have joined the company. And then after that, every time somebody buys one of our products, whether it's Soul, Core, Form, or anything we come out in the future, we take a quarter, 25 cents, from that sale, and we donate it to Seeds for Change Foundation. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but when you start talking about tens of thousands of boxes that are being sold, it adds up really, really quick. And the administration costs for Seeds for Change Foundation are paid for by Rain, which means all the donations that are donated go to the end user. They go to change somebody's life. How many of you want to be a part of something that's bigger than yourself? How many really want to go out there and by taking care of others and taking care of yourself, you're making the world a better place at the same time? And we've done things from, you know, helping to build schools, to building houses, to donating product, to even donating money in certain situations. But our goal is to give back, and give back to those communities and those countries where those sales are happening. So if you're in a different country on the other side of the world and we go out there and we build, we're going to take that money and we're going to benefit people in your own backyard. Now that's something that you can get behind and be proud of. So this is a company that's a lifestyle company. You know, life is too short. I'm 39 years old. I have 4 children. I love them. I love my family. I love life. You know, I love to be in charge. One of the things that I've always been after in life is freedom. I just want to be free. I want to be able to do the things and not be tied back because I'm sick, or not be tied back because I don't have resources or time or any of those things. Life is too short to rent our lives away to somebody else. And so what Rain is about is also lifestyle. We want to give you that lifestyle. I don't know what you do with an extra $1 million. I don't know if you would donate it to a church. I don't know if you would buy a bigger house. I don't know if you just build a bigger kitchen. I don't know what you would do. So many people come from so many different backgrounds. Whatever your goal is and your passion, I know that Rain International is a vehicle that can help you get there. So whether it's the lifestyle that you're trying to create, whatever that may be, or you just want to see the world. We just got done going to Maui. We also finished up a Mexico trip. I know another one is coming up for Barcelona. We give people opportunities not only to have a global business and benefit people, but to see the world. So if you've ever wanted to travel, or if you've ever wanted just a different lifestyle, or you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, Rain is the answer, because there is a better way, and that's the future. If you can't do business from your cell phone anywhere in the world, in countries all over the world, you're missing the boat, because that's where the future is going. People don't want to be tied to a location. They want to be able to do business and be able to help no matter where they're at. And at Rain, what we do is we take down all those barriers. So we spend the millions and millions of dollars to give you the tools, the resources, open up the countries so that you can join us today. And if you want to do business in Japan tomorrow, you can. And if you want to do business in whether it's Malaysia, or you want to do business in Hungary or the UK or Netherlands or Austria or any of these places around the world, in many countries, you can. Now, you name me another business that you could do that with. If you started a window washing business today, could you go and do that same thing tomorrow in Japan? The answer is no. We're creating the future. This is a better way of doing business and commerce. Everybody's going to the internet. I was watching something that talked about in the next 15 to 20 years, there's going to be another 2 billion people connected to the internet that aren't connected today. Would you like to be able to do business anywhere in the world at any time from your cell phone or from your computer or just by talking to somebody? That's the future, folks. And that's what real lifestyle is being able to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, and not stressing about it. Okay? If you want to make an impact, how much more of an impact can you make if you're not tied down, if you truly are free? So that's one of our mantras here at Rain, is we are a lifestyle company. We are an impact company. We're going to impact people's lives for good, and we're going to affect their lives. I want every single person that comes in contact with Rain for their life to be better because they came in contact with us. So it doesn't matter what you're after. If you're after good nutrition, we have the answer. If you're after making a difference, we have an answer. If you're after a better lifestyle, we have an answer. If you're after just making some more income, having a side business, or totally replacing your income, or financial freedom, we have the platform. Now, let me show you what we put together, because this is a company built by distributors for distributors, as I mentioned. So one of the first things we did when we took this company over is we made it better for who? We made it better for the distributors, because they're the real asset of this whole thing. They're the people that make it happen. So let me show you some of the power of what we put together in Rain's profit system and what that can mean for you. Now, we have 3 different parts of the compensation structure or our profit system. We have a front, a middle, and a back. And all 3 of these have a specific purpose. They're supposed to do specific things. Now, what I've seen as I've been in this industry is a lot of companies, they don't have it set up for the part-time person. The person that's trying to build part-time, or what we say is the small builder. Not that they're a small person, but they're just building a small business. That's a majority of the people. Now, what happens is if they can't see success and they can't make money, then they quit and the bottom falls out of the whole thing, because that's a majority of them. So do you know what you have to do? If you want to see huge success, you need to take care of those part-time people. You need to make it worth their time, and you need to help them put money in their pockets. That's the front part of the plan. So our retail side is powerful, where you can retail the products, get an extra 30%. We have a preferred customer side. We give you websites and tools and different things where if you go out there and get customers that are preferred customers that just automatically get the product on a monthly basis, not from you, from the company, we give you $20 a box. So we have first order bonuses, matching bonuses, and I'm going to break this down. But the front is where you can make hundreds or thousands of dollars a week. The middle, you can make thousands or tens of thousands of dollars a week. And the back is where you can make tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars a week. Now, whenever we talk about money, we always have to say a disclaimer that we can't guarantee these results, because I can't guarantee what's going to happen or what you're going to do you from another person, but if you do these things, you will get paid these things. All right? So let me show you with the retail profit. You go out there, you get, 2 boxes that are sold that you retail, you're going to make an extra $60. So if you have 10 customers that average 2 boxes each, that's an extra $600 a month. That's a car payment, that's groceries. I mean, that makes a difference right there. If you look at how many bankruptcies could have been avoided the last couple of years with an extra $600 in a household, that makes a huge difference. 20 customers, 2 boxes each on average. That's an extra $1,200 a month, and you can see with 100 customers, that's $6,000 a month. So even if somebody just wants to go out there and focus on just getting customers, and that's all they're doing, this can give you that extra income and some additional freedom. Let's look at the preferred customer. Now, this preferred customer is somebody that commits to being on an auto ship, which they can cancel anytime, but they say, hey, ship me the product every month. I love it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to retail it. It just goes directly to them, and we pay you $20 every single time that happens. So you get 5 customers. That's an extra $100 a month. You get 10 customers, 200. 100 customers, that's $2,000 every single month, every time they buy. Guys, this can change people's lives. It truly can change people's lives. So one of the things that I love about this opportunity is you can go out of it a lot of different ways. Now, it doesn't matter which way you attack it. Whatever way works for you is beneficial for you. And so that's why we have the front, the middle, and the back. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee if people try our product. So if you go out there and get customers, they have no risk. If they don't like it, return it, get their money back. But here's what I found. We are a high-impact product company. People get on these products, they notice something. And that's why, like I said, we continue to grow. These products work. So if you want to do this as a business and you want to get your product free, because you can see that you can easily cover your product just from retailing it or just by preferred customers. You're going to make enough money, your product is free. Or you can get a product free if you want to do the business. Here's what we have. We have our RAIN partner teams. Now, our whole compensation structure and profit system is based on this. You get 2 people and help those 2 get 2. You get 2 who get 2. Okay, everybody can do that, 2 who get 2. Now, if every single person, as you're building your organization and your structure, out of those 6 people, if they go out there and they purchase a product this month, next month we'll send you your product for free. We'll give you all the qualification points. We'll give you the volume and everything. You didn't have to purchase it. You get all the benefits as if you did, but you didn't have to. Now the next month, month 2, if those same 6 people buy at least 1 box again, then the month after you're getting a free box again. Every month they do that, you get paid. So as this RAIN partner team RPT and free promotion takes place, you can get up to 4 boxes free every single month. You want to know how many boxes we give away? Tons every single month, and I love it because you know why? You're helping 6 other people get the product. For every box we give away for free, 6 people are benefiting from the power of seeds. So you can really literally get into this business, get your product for free, and just make money. It's not a drain on you if you're halfway doing this. You get what? A couple customers, your product's free. You get a couple distributors, your product's free. Okay, you can do this. And that's why a lot of people don't see success in this industry, is because the front end of the plan does not work for the part-time person. We put these things in place directly to make sure that the part-time person can be benefited by this. So let's just look at this for a second. Let's say you go out there and you get 2. Now this is more of the middle part of the plan, which we call the dual team. And you find the right 2. Now you're going to find some customers, you're going to find some other people that maybe want to buy or maybe build or not really, but you find the right 2. Now who are the right 2? The right 2 people are the people that are going to go out there and get their 2. So let's say your first month you just go out there and get 2, but you get the right 2. And we help them go out there and they get their 2 because they want to build their RAIN partner team as well, right? So they go out there, 2 that turns into 8 that turns into 16. After 12 months, that 12th month you got 4,096, but if you combine it all together, it's 8,190 people. Now, I know it doesn't work perfectly. Two don't get two who get two perfectly. But what we're talking about is how many millions of people are in North America? How many millions of people are in Europe or Asia? Okay, we're talking 8,190 people. Now, since we have a dual team, let's divide that in half and say half of that is on one side and half of that is on the other side. So we have 4,095 people on one, 4,095 people on the other. Guys, we have people in the U.S. that already have over 30,000, 40,000 people underneath them. We have people in Asia that already have over 100,000 people in their organizations already, and we're new. We're a young company. So even though 8,190 might sound big, it really isn't when you look at the globe and look at where we're at with our timing as we're getting started. Now let's say each of those people just buy one box of product, which is worth 50 points. Now how this works in our dual team is we have a left team and a right team, and every time there's 300 points on both sides, 300 on the left and 300 on the right, we call that a cycle, and we pay out $30. And so, as you can see in this scenario, look what we would be paying. We'd be paying $20,475 a month from all the cycles. If we just did this, if you can go out there and get the right two and help those people get their right two. As we're not asking you to go get millions. See, we're just asking you to do small, simple things consistently. The people that see success in this industry, they have a plan, they have a system, and they consistently do it. And they teach people to do the same thing. And that's how I've been able to see all my success over the years. And as I said, this is something that can be learned. And this product is, and this concept of seeds, it's too good. So, but we don't pay monthly, we pay weekly. That's $5,118 a week just from this. Now, we have people that are blowing that out of the water. But once again, I can't make any claims. Everything changes, but if from person to person on what's going on, if they're working or not. But if you do this, you will get paid that. And we have people that are getting paid that or more. Now, the back end of the plan, this is where the big money comes. And this is where you focus. Just like everything else is based on the team, this is also about the team, and you're helping your people get income. What we do is you have an opportunity up to 7 generations of leadership. So not 7 levels, 7 generations. So people that aren't leaders in between, you get bonused off of them as well. But let's say you go out there and you help 8 people make $1,000 a week. Well, what we do is we give you a generation match. We have a guaranteed 50% payout that we have to pay out every single week. If we don't, we increase this. And so I have 5% in this example, but it's never been 5%. It's always more. It's 7, 8, 10, 12. But I'm just going to show you at 5% because it's never been that, what this would even mean. So if you had 5% matching bonus off of 8 people, they got a $1,000 check, you would make $400 a week off that because that's what they got. But let's say those 8 people over time, because this isn't a get-rich-quick program. It's a get-rich-quicker program. It's a better scenario. We're not saying you go out there and work for 40 years and maybe you can enjoy 5. We're saying go out there and let's work 5 really hard so that you can enjoy 40 or the rest of the time that you have. Life is too short, right? Let's flip that on its head. Let's do it right. So if you have those 8 people, I'll go get 8 people that eventually make $1,000 a week, and then there's 64 people on your second generation. 64 times 5%, because that'd be 64,000 if they all did 1,000, is 3,200 a week on top of the 400, on top of the other thing that I already talked about in the middle part of the plan, on top of the front part of the plan. And if those people, those 64, over time go out and get 8 people each that make $1,000, now this isn't even realistic. Because if those 64 people are making $1,000, then the people above them aren't making $1,000. They're making way more. But let's just, for easy math, let me just make it simple. So those 64 people go out there and get 8 people each, 512. That's $512,000. You'd be making $25,600 a week off of that, on top of the $3,200, on top of the $400. Okay, my goal is to create the biggest incomes in this industry. We will have people that make $1 million a week. That's my goal. Do we yet? No. We've only been doing this a couple years. We already have millionaires, though. We already have people that have made millions, and we have people that are making hundreds of thousands and people that have made tens of thousands, and we have how many hundredaires, guys? That's the key to how many people are we helping just with an extra $100, couple $100 a week, and what that can mean for them and their family. It really is, when you get out in the world and you see how blessed we are, not only in this nation, but just where we are. It's crazy when you see what a couple $100 can do for somebody. They just need an opportunity. They just need a platform. And here at Rain, we've given them that platform and given you that platform. So as you can see, the front, middle, the back, if what I said does not make sense because it's the first time you've ever heard it, that's okay. Go build Rain partner teams. 2 who get 2 and then do it again. 2 who get 2 and you will accidentally pay everything that I just explained. And there's more. There's things I didn't have time to talk about. So depending on what you want to do, we have a path for it. So we have a basic pack, we have a builder's pack, a bronze pack, and a gold pack, fast track pack. And I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, but we have a pack and a plan for that. Now, if you want to just go out there and get some product free and try the product yourself, you can join us with the basic pack. Get on 1 box of product, and you're going to be able to get started. We have a $39.95 enrollment fee for all the websites and everything one time, and then you buy product and you're there. If you want a builder's pack, then you come in $225. You can see the volume that we give you, the CV, the commission, that the volume that goes up the tree. You get 1 business center, and we're going to give you first order bonuses, which means whatever people come in with their orders, if it was 100, we're going to give you 40% of that. So if you got somebody with a builder's pack, you would get 40% as a bonus. You get $40. If you had somebody come in with a bronze fast track pack, that's 300 points, then you would get $120, 40% of that. All right, and then when your people get people, you have a first order bonus match, so you get a matching bonus off your people's people of 10%. You can see that those are kind of the starter packs for people that are just kind of trying to dip their toe in, not sure what they want to do. But for those people that want to treat this like a business and go out there and do big things, then we have these fast track packs for you. The bronze fast track pack, $760, but you get 12 boxes of product. You get 3 business centers instead of 1, which means in the middle part of the plan you can make 3 times the money than what I just showed you, because you have 3 business positions instead of 1. We give you a raise, so instead of getting a 40% FOB, you get a 50%. And we're going to pay you as bronze for 3 months. Now, bronze is what opens up, it's the first position that opens up the back part of the plan for you. So you can get paid on everything in the compensation plan for 3 months as you're getting started. Don't have to buy any more product. You're qualified for 3 months, and you just can go build. We're also going to give you an enhancement, and that enhancement is on the back part of the plan. You know how I showed you 5%? Well, we're going to pay you, how about 20% on your first generation? Now, what could that do when you saw the power of 5 if you're getting 20% on your first generation? Now, you come in with your gold fast track pack. This will say you want to replace your income. You want to treat this, and you want to really go out there and do it. This is the pack for you. You're going to be paid gold for 6 months. You're going to get the enhancement of the FOB, 50% for life. So anytime somebody that you enroll comes in, you're going to get 50% bonus on the volume that they came in with. You're qualified. You don't need to purchase any more product for qualification for 6 months. And you're going to get paid as a gold for 6 months. And we're going to enhance that first generation on the back end to 30%, not 5 like I showed you, 30. Guys, and there's even since you're so early in the game right now and hearing about this, we even have what's called a Founders Pack, where you have a chance, on top of all the other things that we've talked about, to get a percentage in a pool of some other monies in your market as we're growing, to have different benefits and discounts on future things and events, and to be able to ultimately profit share in the future once you hit the top level of the company in our retirement pool plan that we're going to be putting together. And there's a few more founder slots in the different countries depending on where you come. But you can be a founder in your country if you want to be. If you want to go out there and do this big. So pick your path. What do you want to do? Do you want to become a big customer? You can. Do you want to supplement your income? We have a pack and a plan for that. Do you want to replace your income? We can show you how. Do you want financial freedom? We have a plan for that. You tell us what you want to do. We can show you exactly what steps you need to take to make sure you're on your way to making that a reality, guys. And the beautiful thing about this whole thing is we know what we're doing. We've done it before. This isn't something that we're just talking about. This is a category creating company. First to market, a compensation plan like I've never seen. This is my dream compensation plan. The timing is right for our business and for our opportunity. And you really just need to do 4 things. You need to figure out what you want to do. Pick your pack and your path. Then what you want to do is we need to put your plan together. Build your contact list. We can show you how to do that. Be a product of the product. Get your testimonial. And then learn our RAIN cycle. Learn our system. You don't need to reinvent any wheel. We can show you exactly, step by step, what it takes and what you need to do. All right? So here is the question. If not this, then what? If not now, then when? This is what I have been waiting for. And that's why when I saw the opportunity, I was willing to do what it took, go raise capital, get investors, do whatever we needed to do to save this thing because I knew that this was bigger than me. This is bigger than any of us because it can impact people's lives in a way that I've never seen products do. And this opportunity and this structure is what the world to and is the future if you want freedom in your life. We can help provide that. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? I don't want to talk anybody into doing this because I know if I have to talk you into doing this, I have to talk you into doing everything else. But if you have been waiting, if you have been hoping, if you've been wanting to be a part of something big, I'm telling you right now, you will see RAIN go to the top. Because it's not about Byron, it's bigger than me. This company continues to grow every single year because it is based on principles of truth, which are build people, give people something of more value than you're asking for in return, and be a builder. And if you do that, success will be attracted to you. So I hope that you heard something tonight that gave you a little bit of hope. Because I think in today's world, everybody just needs a little bit of hope. I hope tonight you could feel that we believe in you and you've got someone that's believing in you because everybody needs somebody that can get behind them and believe in you. And that's why we do this as a team and as an organization. So you need to get back with the person that got you on this webinar. Get your questions answered and join us. And as I tell everybody all the time, you can either read about history or you can be a part of it. And I choose to be a part of it. And I hope you do too. Because we are going to high heights. RAIN has a very, very bright future. I know exactly what's going to happen the next couple of years with the new products that we're going to be announcing and everything else that we have. Guys, it will be lights out. So I feel totally blessed to be able to be a part of RAIN. I feel honored to be able to share this with you, and I hope you don't get the message mixed up with the messenger. Maybe you like what I said. Maybe you didn't. Don't let me be the reason that stops you from getting what you want out of life. This is an opportunity. So go out there and, as we always say here at RAIN International, let's go make it RAIN, everybody. Thanks for getting on tonight. This is Byron Belka, the CEO and founder of RAIN International. Take care. Have a fabulous one.